I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
Next, it's an AFC clash to kick off Week 10. Baltimore looks to make it 4 in a row with Miami, who they've outscored a whopping 137-16 in the last 3 meetings. It's the Ravens and Dolphins on Thursday night.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by the bearded one in his 17th season in the NFL, the well-traveled Ryan Fitzpatrick. Play action now, Fitzpatrick. That's complete as Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fitzpatrick on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Here we go.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020. In his 2nd season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 14 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on down. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, let's go!
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown. So
in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbuna. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. On the give is Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Flush to his right. thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Corey Woods, 89 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Fitzpatrick's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with it. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown Dolphins. Devontae Smith, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing will lead you into bigger errors.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tony Pollard becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. No return here for Claybrooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Looking to throw. Fitzpatrick going deep for Diggs. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And right side, they're going to go option here. Down to about the 22 here. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Give the tackle to Terrell Lewis. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew, they're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone, 3rd down, and getting after the quarterback.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back now in Miami. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Nwangu. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Nwangu. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Nwangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll run with Nwangu. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here? Well,
to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Touchdown! That's called. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And Fitzpatrick's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And Fitzpatrick's throw taken in by Diggs. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, it's Fitzpatrick going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Mike 7. Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike 7.
On second and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Third and goal for Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on fourth and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. 3 down. 3 down. Mike 7. Mike 7.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Lazard. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
Let's go.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 7. Mike 7.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at half